Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Digimon the card game unboxing. This is for the Digital Hazard set, which is EX-02, so it's the extra set series 2. The first one, which I did a video on, was like the, what is it called? It was a classic collection, which had images and border designs that look like the original Digimon card game from way back in the day. This one is almost just like its extra set. It's focused on Digimon Tamers, which is Series 3. I think part of the reason why they did it separately is because there's so many different Tamers that have Digimon at different levels. Because you have the main three characters that all get theirs. Rika, Henry, and Takado. Who get theirs, and then they're like the first half of the series. Then the later half of the series, you start some of the other characters all get some, but they get them at various levels. Some of them get champions, some get ultimates, some get megas, and I think so. To kind of balance this set out a little bit, they thought, hey, we'll just make it a side set rather than make it like a regular normal one, and then try and also like fit other things. So they can make it a little bit maybe not as even, I guess. Not to say it's not. I just think that's just my thoughts on it. So we're going to have is 74 cards. It's a little bit maybe smallish compared to some of the other sets. Not terribly much. 26 commons, 20 uncommons, 18 rares, 6 super rares, and 2 secret rares. So typically I open these boxes. I get all the commons, uncommons, and all the rares. I usually get I might be missing a rare or two, it's possible. Super rares, I usually get about half of them. I think usually there's 10 in most of the big boxes, and I usually get about 5 or 6. So with 8, I should maybe get most of them if I get the same rough rarity. And then the secret rares, I usually get one of the two, and I get one alt art card. So it also says this includes alternate art cards from the packs above. Promotional box. Each box includes one or two alternate art cards. This alternate card is also available in the adventure box. So there's 12 cards per pack. Cannot play this product alone. Should have a pre-constructed deck. All the other fun stuff in there. Yeah, one thing is I have looked at some of the set lists for this. So I do love the alt art in these. So like lots of the other alt art cards were just like, yeah, you know, they're like sketch versions or maybe just different like CG versions or something cool. The alt art in here are actually really neat because what they are is they're alt art taken from the show, or at least recreated from images from the show. Of the various Digidestined or Tamers with their Digimon, which is really cool. So hopefully I'll pull maybe a couple of them. I think they come up a little bit more often in this set, like they do with the first EX set, than they do in a traditional set. So here we have our promo card. So it's Starter Set 9, number 6, super rare. Imperial Demon Dragon Mode. But it's an alt art version of him, so that's actually cool. It's a neat foil too. It's not going to take it out of the pack right now. But he says, when Digivolving, you may play one level 4 or blue Digimon and or one level 4 or green Digimon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying their memory costs. That's cool. Sweet. Alright, so that's our alt foil. Then let's start digging into some packs here. So, on the art, we only got the one artwork, but we have Untitled, of course. Guilmon's Mega Evolution. Well, again, with Tamers, it's kind of weird because once they get past Ultimate and instead of Mega, they bio-emerge. So the Tamer merges with their Digimon to become their ultimate version, which then is sort of seen in 4 with Frontiers, where they become Digimon, which is kind of like a precursor to that. Although, technically, they did that in the season 1 in the movie when they sort of made Omnimon. They didn't necessarily merge with Omnimon, but they kind of like spiritually merged with them. In the Data universe, that's kind of weird. Alright, anyhow, let's crack these open and start seeing what we got. Alright, so pack number 1, we're gonna start with a yellow Locomon. Get this actually into the center of the screen. Let me see if I can. Make this a little bit more readable. Alright. Ooh, so yes, we're already referencing the characters from this set. So this might be other reason why it's a special set. So we have, on play, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, and Shu Chong Long in play, recovery +1 deck. Place the top card of your deck on your discard pile. So that's Locomon's Tamer. And then look, there's a Studymon in the background, which is really neat. Alright, then we got our good friend Growlmon, who's our champion form. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 2,000 DP or less. If you have a red Tamer in play, delete one of your opponents with 4,000 DP or less instead. And once per turn, if this Digimon has Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. But we're also going to get some new interesting ones. We have Spike Dromon, who I definitely don't remember from the show at all. There's a Flymon in the back, though. One Digiball, and reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 Black Tamer among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom in any order. Once per turn, if you have 2 or more Black Tamers in play, gain 1 memory. Ooh, these are fun. These are also kind of throwback cards. The artwork are the plugins. So Digivolution plugin S. When you have a Tamer in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirement. Draw 1. Then you may Digivolve one of your Digimon into a Digimon card in your hand that can Digivolve for a Digivolution cost of 3 or less without paying for its cost. Or reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order, then add this card to your hand. Alright, so what's also cool about these, is besides the throwback artwork, is if, in some of these other cards, if you're not familiar with what Tamers is, so the original Digimon, they go to the Digidestin and go to the digital world, and they do a bunch of stuff there. And then Adventure 2, which is the direct continuation, it explores the kids going back and forth into the digital world. They can enter and kind of come and go as they please. In Series 3 Tamers, Digimon is a cartoon and a card game, and the Tamers in the universe, which is why they're called Tamers and not Digidestined generally, or why where the Tamer term started was from that show because of the name. But yeah, they end up gaining them through glitches. They do find out the digital world is real, but originally it starts off as them just being, them not being there. And the thing is that all 3 trainers and Tamers treat each of their Digimon differently. Kakado basically drew his. He drew Guilmon and created him. So he's like an original concept. So he treats him as like a best friend. Henry doesn't believe that Terriermon is real, so he, it'd be awesome if I got some of these guys to talk about. Yeah, so he doesn't really, to begin with, he just thinks, oh, it's just a computer program, it's not real, it's, whatever. So he kind of just doesn't really consider it real. And then Rika, who's actually one of the top trainers in the card games, she played the card game, she's one of the top card game players, treats Renamon sort of as like a tool. And then they all grow to realize, hey, these are actually their partners, they have to work with them. Then the other half of the aspect is because they're with the real world, they stand cards not necessarily plug-in-esque, but they'll stand like aerial wings or speed boost or this, and they give their Digimon direct boosts by sliding different cards, which is really cool. So this is kind of the theming of that. Alright. Enough of me blabbering. This is actually for later in the show. This is the D Reaper, which is like the main enemy, which is like the thing from the Digitalverse attacking the real world, and this is one of its appendages, I guess you would call. So it says it's ADR-08, the Optimizer, and it also has Mothership Agent as its type down here. So it says, once per turn, if Mother D Reaper has 5 or more Digivolution cards, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with D Reaper in its traits and play a cost of 10 or less among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. And then we have another one, which is ADR-5, Creeping Hands. Will you have Mother D Reaper and play this Digimon game's blocker? This is a grappling agent. We have a plug-in A. Offensive plug-in A. When you have a Tamer in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirement, which is really cool. When you have one of your Digimon gain security attacks, and then the bottom is kind of the same thing. Our last common is Labramon. This Digimon has jamming, it gains 1 memory. And then our first uncommon is Gummymon. We get a baby Digi-Egg. For Terriermon. Once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, draw 1. Our next uncommon is going to be Death Slinger with Biezomon. This card is trash from your deck, gain 1 memory. Main, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. For every 10 cards you trash, add 1 to the maximum level of the Digimon. You can choose this effect. Alright, our first rare is going to be Aya and Mako. So these are 2 of our Tamers. Start your turn if you have 2 memory or less, set your memory to 3. Your turn. When you attack with a Digimon, you may suspend this Tamer to trash the top card of your deck. Then if the attacking Digimon is Biezomon, you may Digivolve into Biezomon Blast Mode in your trash for a Digivolution cost of 3. Security. When playing this card, play without paying its memory cost. That's kind of funny that we got Aya and Mako right after we got the Biezomon cards. Now we just need Biezomon to go with both of them. Then our other rare is Renamon herself. She's the Fox type. Alright, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck and add 1 name with Cubimon, Taomon, and Sakuamon in its name, and 1 Rika Ninaka. Add them to your hand, place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. That's interesting. So when you play her, basically you get to potentially look for her Tamer and her 3 evolutions. When you use the option with cost of 2 or more, gain 1 memory. Alright, so that was our first pack. Let's see what we got next. Actually, I gotta listen to me ramble on about what Digimon Tamers is. And there's so much other stuff I didn't even go over in there. But hope I'll maybe talk about some more of it as we come across it. If I can remember, it's been a while since I've seen all of it. Another Growlmon, Strike-Demon. Mephistomon. Draw 2 cards and then trash 2 cards in your hand. You may trash 1 card in your hand to gain 1 memory. And this could work with that Biezomon with the Tamers and Mako because they could pull Blast Mode out. So we got another Optimizer, another Creeping Hands game. This many duplicates in the second pack is not good. Our next common there is we have ADR-02 Searcher. Include up to 50. Whoa. You can include up to 50 copies of cards with this card's name number in your deck. When you would play this card from your hand, reduces play by 2 if you don't have another searcher in play. This Digimon can't attack players. On play, draw 1 card. All your Digimon like D-Reaper and their trades get 1000 DP. That's crazy. That's interesting. Intel Acquisition Agent. Alright, our first uncommon is going to be Hopmon. You have a black tamer in play. This Digimon gets 1000 DP. Oh, sweet. We got probably the card that goes with it. Might be, maybe not. But we got Monodramon. Beating up some Gobblemon there. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, all black tamer cards amongst them in your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. This set is very tamer friendly. Alright, we got another AM Mako. This is a bad pack. I mean, I got a couple new cards, but I got way too many duplicates. But this makes up for it at least a little bit. So we got a super rare. We got Megaramon. He's a dual color. He's red and purple, it looks like. Evil Dragon, four great dragons. I think this might even be the alternate art version. I could be wrong. But yeah, Megaramon. I think Megaramon is the evil version of Gallantmon. So, like, it's when, Takado forces Guilmon, but he tries to force him to Digivolve, because he really wants him to Digivolve, and he Digivolves evil, kind of like Tai did with, Greymon. He became Skull Greymon. This is kind of like the evil version, I believe, if I remember right. Yeah, Chaos Gallantmon. The name of this card, Digimon, is also created as Chaos Gallantmon. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1000 DP or less. If no Digimon is deleted by this, trash the top 5 cards of both players' deck. You may play one Guilmon and one Takado Masuki from your hand or trash without paying their memory cost. Okay, that's cool. That'll make up at least a little bit for the pack, getting a super rare right off the bat. Especially when there's only 8 in the set. And that was pack 2. Alright, pack numero 3. Ground Locomon. I love that he kind of looks like, just from this angle, he looks like he's wearing a, War Greymon helmet. Crown Locomon's a Mega. So this Digimon can't attack your opponent's Digimon all turns. For each card in your trash of Cyborg or Machine in each trade, this Digimon gets 1000 DP. He's a good blocker. Gargomon, the bunny with pants. Which he references, and he's like, I got pants on. Or something like that, which is hilarious. When this Digimon would Digivolve, you have a green tamer in play, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. And when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, this Digimon gains 2000 DP. Sweet. We got Andromon. Blocker, and your opponent's turn, all your Digimon with blocker get 2000 DP. Andromon was always a neat one from the original series. To go with our Renamon, we got Cubamon. When Digivolve, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 option card with plugging in its name among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. When you're using an option card with 2 or more, your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP. So that's cool. So Renamon could find Cubamon. Cubamon could help you find an option card to help keep boosting each other. That's really cool. ADR06, Horn Striker. I think we've got 4 of these guys so far. Commander Agent. When you have Mother D Reaper in play, this Digimon gains a rush. I like that these ones are like the only ones that are like almost from the show. I don't know if they're directly from the show or if they just made them look that way. But that's cool. We got another Labramon. But we got a Gorillamon. You may play one level 3 Digimon from from one of your blue Digimon Digivolution cards without paying its memory cost. Nice. We got another white card. We're getting a lot of these. We got ADR9 Gatekeeper, the base defense agent. Security. Play this card without battling and without paying its memory cost. On play, if you have Mother D Reaper in play, recovery 1 deck. On your opponent's turn, we have Mother D Reaper with 6 or more Digivolution cards in play. All your opponent's Digimon gain security attack -1. So I need to get Mother D Reaper to make all these cards useful. Our uncommon is Viximon, which is Renamon's in training form. When you use an option card, the cost of 2 or more, draw 1 card. So slight spoilers alert for the show here, if I haven't already spoiled a lot of it. But we have ADR-01 Jerry, the espionage agent. You may suspend this Digimon to reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, place 1 ADR-2 searcher among them. Under your Mother D Reaper as its bottom Digivolution card, place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. I'm not going to explain what this card is. This is a spoiler if you know anything about it. Alright, our first rare, we got Doberman. When you would play this card from your hand, it reduces cost per 2 if you have Alice McCoy, one of our other Tamers. On deletion, trash the top 3 cards of your deck, and return 1 of your purple Digimon or 1 purple Tamer from your trash to your hand. Our other rare is Rika Nanaka. So we got 4 of our cards so far. If you have 2 or less memories, set your memory to 3. When you attack with a Digimon named Renamon, Cubimon, Talmon, or Sakuramon in its name, you may suspend this Tamer using an option card with plugging in its name from your hand without paying its cost. Nice. That's super synergy between the Tamers, which makes sense. Alright, up next. We got Locomon to go with our Grand Locomon. When this Digimon Digivolve into our Ground Locomon, in your hand, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Doberman with retaliation, and when attacking, you may trash the top 2 cards of your deck. We got another Wapmon. We got ADR-03 Pendulum Feet, the AA defense agent. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 D Reaper in its trait, and add 1 ADR-02 Searcher among them into your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So I think we got almost all of those. We got another high-speed plugging, D, so now we got a 3rd plugging. We have a Tamer in play. You may use this card without meeting its color requirements. So like Rika could use any of these. For the turn, 1 of your Digimon gains jamming and can't be blocked by your opponent's Digimon. And security, draw 1 card and add this card to your hand. We got another Searcher. We got the Fist of the Beast King with the Leomon. We have a Digimon with Biezomon in its name. You may use this card without meeting its color requirement. Unsuspend 1 of your Digimon with Leomon or Biezomon in its name. Oh, that's actually interesting because they fight each other. We got another plugin. We have Digivolution S. Did we have Digivolution S? Is that the first one we got? Yes, it was the green one. Alright, we got another Gummymon. Oh, sweet. We got Shuchong Wong to go with our Lopmon. This is Henry's little sister. You may play 1 Lopmon from your hand without playing its memory cost. If you have fewer 3 cards, draw 1. And then security, play this card without paying its memory cost. This is really fun because Henry gets Terriermon, and then she keeps playing with Terriermon all the time, thinking it's just like a puppet or a toy, like a plush. Then eventually she gets a Digimon, she gets Lopmon, who's like the opposite version of Terriermon. So that's actually really cool. Speaking of Terriermon, we got a Terriermon. So there's Terriermon, and we just had a Lopmon. So Terriermon is... So they're, you know, not the same, but they're, like, very similar. They're kind of, like, opposites. They're both, like, kind of like bunnies with ears. They have different horns, different kind of colors. End of the ears are a little bit different. But yeah, they're kind of like twins. Outside of that, when they start Digivolving, they go completely different directions. But Terriermon is once per turn when you play a green Tamer, gain 1 memory. So it's kind of interesting that his doesn't refer to that. But now we got him and Gargomon, so we got a couple of his evolutions. When an opponent becomes Digimon becomes suspended, this Digimon gains 2000 DP. Alright, our other rare is we finally got a Mother D Reaper. I mean, finally, we're 4 packs in, but now at least we get to see what this does for all the bluster. So this is actually interesting. This comes at card number 7, which is right after all the in training. So it's actually a Digi-Egg. It's listed as the white Digi-Egg for the set. So Ability Synthesis Agent. I think it's that so you can play it for free. All turns, this Digimon can't attack and isn't affected by your opponent's effects. Meaning, once per turn, if you don't have another Mother D Reaper in play, place one of your ADR2 searchers from play or from your hand under this Digimon as his Digivolution card. Once per turn, when you would play a card with D Reaper traits from your hand, you may reduce its cost by 1 for each of the Digimon's Digivolution cards. Interesting. So that's kind of a neat way to do that. I'm glad we got one, especially early on. So that way when we keep reading all the rest of those, we know what they do. Alright. Come on, pack. Alright, we got another ground Locomon. Another Gargomon. Another Angromon. But we got ADR-07. Platy's Head. The Reconnaissance Agent. If you have a Mother D Reaper in play, you may suspend this Digimon to delete one of your opponent's Digimon's DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. Gorillamon, Beast King. This has to be the last one we get. ADR-04 Bubbles. You may place one of your ADR-02 Searcher from its play from your hand under your Mother D Reaper as a Bomb Digivolution card. On play, it may do the same thing. Ground Combat Agent. Got another Gatekeeper. Our uncommon is Yaman. This is Impmon's in training for it. Like, spray a bunch of the guys in the back there. That is funny. Well, there are 10 or more cards in your trash, your Digimon gets 2000 DP. And then to go with that, we got another Death Slinger. Our rares, we got a second Renamon, but we also got a Gargomon to turn into our Angromon. Blocker, and one of your Digimon gets 3000 DP until the end of your turn. I believe this is Kenta's Digimon, if I remember right. He starts with a champion. Lots of these guys, they're the secondary Tamers, like the second group of all the ones we get. Like Shu Chonglong and Alice McCoy. We mentioned with Doberman, and Kenta with Gargomon, and Aya and Io. They get one Digimon. It generally doesn't evolve. It just, they get that one, and that's all they got. They didn't have a lot of airtime. Alright, so just quick before we go through the next pack, I got D Reaper. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So unless there's anything higher than 9, we should have every single one of the D Reapers. I'm sure I'm going to get a ton because it sounds like they're specifically made to create your own deck that doesn't work with anything else. Not saying they can't, but that's kind of different. Alright, this pack we got another Gargomon, another Angromon, a Cubimon. We're getting a lot of duplicates. But that's what's gonna happen, right? Alright, uncommons. We got a Hotmon. We got a War Growlmon. So now we have 2 of him. 2 levels. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. If you have a red Tamer in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less instead. On your turn, add 1,000 to the maximum DP. You can choose with DP-based deletion effects. Our first rare is another Terriermon. Our second rare is awesome. Alright, so we got Calamon. Okay, it's awesome because of what it is. The artwork is awesome, but it's also has this really cool foil. I'm not sure why it has a super cool foil on a rare, but that is really neat. It's got Dealmon's evolutions on there. So Calamon, in here, like, when everyone got their Digimon, he pops up with them, and then he basically helps them Digivolve. Like, he's like a connection between the digital world and the real world, so they can Digivolve in the real world. When you would play this card from your hand, reduce its play cost by 2 if you have Dealmon, Terriermon, Renamon, or Impmon in play. This Digimon can't attack. When your Digimon Digivolves, you may suspend this Digimon to gain 1 memory. Draw 1, and have one of your Digimon get 3,000 DP till the end of turn. His types are Unknown, Unknown, and Unknown. He has no level. That's cool. Yeah, he basically, like, triggers all their evolutions. Like they do the first few evolutions using cards. Like, they get, like, different cards, like a blue card and stuff, to, like, they slide through their Digivice to Digivolve, but then eventually to get anything, I think Ultimate or the Ultimate and for sure Mega, they have to, like, call mine as like a in-between, so it's really cool. Alright, next pack, we got another Cubamon, Locomon, Drabimon, Gatekeeper, Pendulum Feet, High Speed D, Searcher, too many. Our first uncommon is Shuang. We got Mildamon. Our first rare is another Mother D and another Terriermon. So a full duplicate pack. I think we're going to get a lot of duplicates in this set, but that's alright. So as long as we get more non-duplicates, I guess. And we're not doing very well at this, are we? Alright, we finally got a new one. We got Ice Devimon. When attacking, return one of your Digimons, level 4 Lord Digimon, with no Digivolution cards in its owner's hand, to its owner's hand. Alright, I need some more of these dudes. Our first uncommon. Here's our second uncommon. Oh, I was wrong. Tenta is for Marine Angemon. So, spoiler alert, we're going to get a Marine Angemon. When you would play a Marine Angemon from your hand, reduce its play cost by 1. When you play a blue Digimon, you may suspend this Tamer to trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. And if a Digimon plays Marine Angemon, trash the bottom Digivolution all your opponent's Digimon. What's the other guy's name? Because it's Tenta, and he always hangs out with, I want to say Kazuha? I might be wrong. I just figured out why that Calamon is so fancy. It's an alternate art card. There's the regular version of Calamon. So that's awesome. We got an alternate art version. Ooh, and we got a super rare. Alright, so that's definitely awesome. So we got 2 of the super rares so far. We got Golfmon, who's in Mega. When Digivolving, all players trash cards in their hand until they have 5 cards. On your turn, once per turn, when your effect trashes a card in your hand, you may unsuspend one of your Digimon. Cool. And he's, like, goat type monster. He's got, like, wings in the back there. I've seen, this is an awesome, like, I love the foil, like, on his chest and his eyes. I've seen other pictures of this where he's more like a beast, like a, kind of like a, not a, centaurish. where he's got like the top half is sort of like humanoid and the bottom half is like a beast horse half. Not the best picture to show that, but it's definitely awesome artwork. Alright, next pack. Let's find something new. Here's a new one. We have Studymon. He says jamming, and that's all he has. Nothing super special. Hi, plugging D. Ooh, I don't think we had D before. Yeah, it did some jamming. I think we did. Horn Bus, Horn Striker, plugging A. Alright, our first uncommon is Digimon. Diomon's baby form. He's eating some apples. They have faces for some reason. When attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Diomon, Growlmon, or Galmon in your name, draw 1. And then we got Parasitemon. I've never seen before. Looks crazy. He's a parasite type. Of course, he's a mega. End of attacking, you may place this Digimon under one of your Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card. Ooh, so he just pops under something. This Digimon has security attack 1 and gets plus 2000 DP. Our first rare, we got Marine Angemon, who's a blue and yellow. Which makes sense because a lot of the Angemons are yellow and Marine is very blue. On play, each of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards, recovery plus 1. If this effect can't increase the number of cards in a security stack to more than 6. And he's a fairy type. And our other rare is Henry Wong. So now we have 2 of the main Tamers, and we have 5 total. If you have 2 or less memories, set your memory to 3. When you attack with a Digimon with Gargomon or Rapidmon in its name, you may suspend this Tamer to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Play this card without paying its memory cost. Alright. Next pack. Alright, still need a secret rare. Come on, secret rares. Strikemon. Mephistomon is supposed to be like the, right before Golfmon. Strong Locomon. I think, like, the Locomons are in there to make, like, Gargomon, Andromon, and then I think it goes Locomon, and then Ground Locomon. It's not their normal one, but they're trying to make sure we had enough machines. Which I think was their idea there. Alright, first uncommon is another Monodramon, another Death Swinger. Our first rare is another Mother D Reaper. Our rare, though, is another alt art, but it's awesome. It's a Mega Gargomon. That is sweet. I can only tell I figured out they're the alternate arts because they have the special foil. There's like a texture on there. That is cool. Bunny cannons. For each green tamer you have in place, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. They don't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. When attacking once per turn, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon at DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP to its owner's hand. Nice. Like, I might not get a full set if I keep getting all these alt arts, but if I have one version, regular alt art, I am okay with that for the time being. Until I decide I need to have both and I buy a second box. Let's see what we got here. Nothing new, nothing new. I know I can't be out of commons already, can I? Uncommon, uncommon. Our first rare is we got Takato Matasuki. When your opponent's Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. When one of your Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon like Galmon or Growlmon, in its name, that Digimon gains 1 Digimon Blitz for this turn. Awesome. And then we got another Calmon. So we got the 3 main tamers. We got 2 of the side tamers. I know 3 of the side tamers. I think there's 3 more we're looking for. I think with Kenta, I think there was Kazu. Kind of like the guy he always hangs out with. We haven't got, we got 4. So we have Alice, we haven't gotten Jerry yet to go with Locomon, and then I think the last one is, oh, I can't remember his name. It's a guy, he goes with, Justicemon. We haven't seen Justicemon yet either. Nothing new, uncommon, rare, and a duplicate pack. Alright. I might have to stop here and see what we're getting for, see if I have all the commons yet or not. There's only 26. It's very possible I have all the commons. And I might just be looking at uncommons. So I might check after this pack. Because I know lots of the base ones and megas are usually rares. We haven't gotten a lot of them. Here we go. Kazu Shinoda. Or Shioda? So he gets Gardermon. In main phase, if you have a Digimon cyborg or machine traits, gain 1 memory. When one of your Digimon cyborg or machine traits becomes suspended, you may suspend this gamer to draw 1. Then trash 1 card in your hand. Play this card without paying its memory cost. Awesome. And our second one is we got Taomon. So we have the full line of Renamon. When Digivolving, you may play Rika from your hand without paying its cost. When you use an option card with a cost of 2 or more, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus the 2000 DP till the end of turn. Our first rare, we got Impmon. I love it. I love that there's Patamon back there, there's a Toyagumon, there's a Psychmon, which is the alternate Gabumon, and then it looks like possibly a Golemon. That's funny. When this card is trashed from your deck, if it wasn't trashed by EX-02 039 Impmon's effect, which is this card, you may trash up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon with the Biazomon in its name and 1 Aeon Mako from them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. When it has Biazomon in its name, it gets 3000 DP. So Impmon's a very interesting character in the show because he spends lots of the time just basically messing with everyone. He's not really necessarily evil per se, but he's not working with the good guys, not really working with the bad guys. He's basically causing trouble for the Digidestin because he doesn't like them because they're happy. They got a tamer and he doesn't have one. Part of it was because I don't remember if he forgot about AM Mako or if he did remember. He just remembered. I know he left them because basically the 2 of them were supposed to be the tamer for him, and they kept fighting over him, and then they fight over something else, and he just got tired of it, and he left, and then eventually he does find them again, and they remember who he was. They're like, oh, that's Impmon, like, we love Impmon. So then that's when he Digivolves into Biazomon, so they're really tied together. Then we got a super rare. We got Justimon, Blitz Arm. So this is cool. So this is an alternate version of Justimon, which we're just talking about. Activate one of the effects below this summon 2000 DP till the end of your turn, unsuspend this Digimon, or delete one of your opponent's Digimon in play with a cost of 5 or less. When attacking for each tamer you have in play, activate this Digimon's when Digivolving effect. That's crazy. Look, I'm protecting all the little guys back there. Some Kyotomons. Alright, so I just did a quick count. I have all of the commons. I have all 26 commons. Uncommons, I think I counted like 13. So I'm missing about 7. Rares, I have, I think, 12, so I'm missing about 6. I think I got 2 super rares so far. So I'm missing a couple of those too, but I can skip through all the commons then pretty fast now that we know we have all them. And we can just start checking the uncommons and rares. I know a lot of the rares are going to be the Tamers, and same thing with the uncommons. I'm missing a few of those. As well as some of the babies, the in-trainings. Alright, so right off the bat, we got one uncommon we didn't have. We had Gary Kato to go with our Locomon. You may play one Locomon from your hand without paying its memory cost. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to draw one. And then right after that, we got our Gary Spoiler. Our first rare is we have Doberman. Our second one, we have our third super rare, we have Beelzemon, which is nice. So now we have almost all the stuff for Beelzemon. We just need Blast Mode, which is I'm pretty sure is going, same like Gallantmon, they usually, they're going to have, the secret rares. This card is trash from your deck. You may play one Impmon from your trash without paying its cost. You may trash the top 2 cards of your deck and delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon. For every 10 cards in your trash, add 1 to the maximum level of the Digimon you can choose with this effect. Demon Lord and 7 Great Demon Lords. Beelzemon. Definitely cool. Biker. I wonder if they have one. They don't have him in this set, but I wonder if they have one where he's on his motorcycle. It's crazy. He like has a motorcycle. Like, the only guy that has one. Alright. Fly through these commons quick. You've seen them all multiple times. Our first uncommon is another Kazu. Our second one is another Talmon. Our first rare is an Impmon, but our second rare is an Untitled, which we did not have before, to go with our Locomon. If you have Shuchong Wong in play, your Locomon can Digiball this card in your hand for a Digivolution cost of 3. Ignore its Digivolution requirements. Once per turn, you may trash top cards, security stack guns, suspend this Digimon Ultimate, and Holy Beast, and one of the Devas. I like that they list it as a Deva, even though it's not. Actually, I think the Devas, yeah, the Devas were in this set. I completely forgot that's where they showed up. So they had to fight the Zodiac form of the different ones, but I don't think they've released all the Devas yet in every set. But it's kind of also surprised they didn't have more of them in here. But I love that they put that in all the different ones. Alright, our first uncommon is Zalmon. Labomon's baby form. That's so cute. When this Digimon is level 4, it gets plus 1000 DP. Our other one is Fireball, which we did not have either, with Dealmon, which we still don't have a Dealmon. He's going to be a rare. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon at 3000 DP or less. If this opponent's Digimon wasn't deleted by its effect, draw 2. Our first rare is Ryo Akimaya. This is the one I forgot. See, there's playing the Digimon cards. I have the backs. And he has Justimon. So reveal the top 4 cards and add 1 card with Dramon or Justimon among its name into your hand. Then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. When you attack this black Digimon, you may suspend this tamer and have the Digimon gain 1000 DP till the end of your turn. Awesome. And our other rare is Reaper. So there was one more. Another D-Reaper. Ability Synthesis Agent. When you would play this Digimon, you may trash 7 or more Digivolution cards from the bottom of one of your D-Mother Reaper to reduce this Digimon's cost to 0. Okay, it costs 20. So you have to build this up. This Digimon can attack the turn it comes into play. When attacking, you may place 2 searchers from your trash on this Digimon and your as Digivolution cards to unsuspend this Digimon. And then, just to see how big it is, that's Justimon at the top. That's Sequoiamon, and that's Mega Gargomon. That's how big this thing was for an actual threat. Awesome. So we just got like 3 more rares that we were missing of the 7. Got 2 more uncommons. So we're getting really close. We need a secret rare though. One of the 2. Plus I haven't got any of them cool secret arts. Unless maybe they're like box toppers or something different that I don't know about. So I haven't seen any of them yet. I mean, I've seen some alt art, just not the ones I want. Alright, our first uncommon is another Gummymon. Second one's another Shu Chonglong. Our first rare is an Rika. Our second rare, though, is... It's an alt art. It's a Rio. That's cool. So he has a special slider system, sliding a card for his Digivice. He comes from a different... There's Justin on the back. He comes from a different side story. Like he was in a different story than the other Digimon stars, and then they brought him into Tamers, which is really cool. I love that card art. For the top 4 cards, it'll be just read its ability. It's the same as the one we just read, so I'm not going to reread it. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more packs. Plenty of time to get 2 super rares, right? We can do it. I believe in us. Alright, first uncommon, brand new one, we have... Okay, we have Reapermon. We have Reaper and we have Reapermon. Which is very weird. Mega, Virus, and Cyborg. I'm believing this is the Mega to fill out your Android line of Gardomon. Even though it's not the direct line. He has Reboot, and then when an opponent's Digimon becomes unsuspended, you Digivolve 1. Our other one is Alice McCoy. I think now we finally have all of the Tamers. She has Doberman. Once per turn, when one of your Digimon with Digivolve level 5 to 6, may delete one of your Digimon to reduce the cost by 3. Again, lots of the secondary Tamers didn't have huge storylines, so I think she kind of appeared, had like an episode or 2, and then that was about it. Our rare is Guilmon. We did not have our Guilmon yet, so that is awesome. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card to Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name, and Kakado among them to your hand. Place your remaining cards at the bottom in any order. Digimon has Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon 3000 DP or West. So we're just missing Gallantmon because we got Sequoiamon or Sakuamon. Unsuspend one of your Digimon for this. Each Tamer you have in play, return 1 option card with plugging its name from your trash to your hand. When using an option card with a cost of 2 or more, one of your opponent's Digimon gets 3000 DP. So this is our Rengamon's Mega form. So we're just missing Gallantmon to finish off the main 3. The main 4 if we count Digitalmon, which we got. I think we got all the rookie or in training so far too. I think we got all the Tamers. Oh, we were missing Rapidmon. So that should finish off that line. When Digivolving, you have a green Tamer in play. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. When your opponent's Digimon comes suspended, gain security +1. Sweet. Our first rare... Well, not our first rare of the pack is Blue Card. When you have a Tamer in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. For the top 5 cards of your deck, you may Digivolve one of your Digimon into a non-white Digimon among them without paying its memory cost. If you don't, add 1 Digimon among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. That's awesome. This is a card they use to Digivolve. Like one of their regular cards is occasionally turn into a blue one because Calmon would like force it. Our other rare is Cybergamon. This should finish off that. So we have like Monogamon and then Cybergamon up to Justamon. You may play 1 Rio from your hand without paying its memory cost. On your turn, when you have no Tamers In play, this Digimon can't attack players. And then when attacking, you have 2 or more black Tamers in play. One of your opponent's Digimon, Digivolve 1. Awesome. So I think Gallantmon's the only card I can think of that we're missing. And then them secret rares. We're only missing about 6 to 7 of each of those other ones, and we've gotten a bunch of them, so I'm not really sure what else we're missing. Unless Locomon gets an upgrade. First uncommon, second uncommon, first rare, second rare. So we're going to get a lot of duplicates here. Alright, we are down to 4 packs. I've always gotten at least 1 secret rare out of these, but since I've also gotten 2 alt arts, one of those alt arts might have ate up my secret rare spot, which is very possible. First uncommon, second uncommon, first rare, and second rare. Alright, having another Dealmon though is not bad. Having another Reaper is probably not bad if you're trying to make a deck. Same thing with Alice. Well, I think I've only gotten like 1 Doberman. Like, I've only gotten like 1 Rapidmon. I've gotten, the rare ones like Gargomon and stuff I'm not as surprised about. As I said that, here's a second Rapidmon. Here's a second blue card and a second Cyberdemon. Alright. Either I have everything but Gallantmon, and if I'm missing 1 rare Gallantmon, I'm gonna be mad. I think I got like 3 of the super rares too. Should be really nice to have. And, oh! We got regular Mega Gargomon, which looks really awesome. Alright. Last pack. Come on, Gallantmon. That's a secret, super rare, so... Oh, I don't have high hopes. Come on, Gallantmon. At least give me him so I at least have a full regular set. Uncommon, uncommon, rare, and rare. No Gallantmon in the entire set. So I'm missing at least him, but I'm also missing a bunch of other super rares because it said I had 8, and I don't think I got all 8 of them. I will do a quick check, and I'll come back to you guys. Alright, so in the end, how did we do for Digital Hazard? Out of the 78 cards in the set, 74, we have 70 of them. So we're missing the 2 secret rares, which were Gallantmon Crimson Mode and Biezomon Blaster Mode, or Blast Mode. But then the other 2 is we're missing 2 super rares. We didn't get regular Gallantmon, and we didn't get Locomon. Other than that, we got everything else. So it's not bad. Like I said, I usually get, when there's 10 super rares, I usually get about 6 to 7, so I get about half. So I got 6 to 7 of the, I got 6 of the 8, so I got the same amount. And then the secret rares, I usually get either one of them, or I dig like today's. I got alternate rares, or alternate artworks instead. So usually I got 1 secret rare and 1 alt art. Instead, I got 3 alt arts. So we got the Rio, the Locomon, and the Mega Gargomon. And then of course we have our Box Topper, Imperiumon, Dragon Mode. Other than that, we have the rest of the set, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, definitely some interesting good cards in there, like the Tamer aspect was neat. The whole Mother D-Reaper thing is very weird, because you basically have to build a deck around it. But it makes sense why then they kind of shove this into like a side set. It's like, you want this, all these cards are just going to be in here. They're probably not going to ever touch D-Reaper again, or maybe not for quite a while. But yeah, let's get some interesting things, like we got Marine Angemon, and of course all the lines of all the different ones, which is really cool. And then Justicemon Blitz Arm. So it only came in this one, so there probably is a regular Justicemon somewhere else. The Doberman, Golfmon, of course we got our buddy Biezomon, our D-Reapers, plus all the different Tamers, which is really cool, because like I think in a regular set you would have gotten like the regular ones like Chicago, and we would have gotten Rika and Henry, but probably Rio, but I don't think we would have gotten all the rest of these. So it's definitely awesome to get a bunch of group new Tamers. Plus the plugins and stuff are kind of neat. I wish there were more attack cards. That'd be the only thing, is I wish there would have been like at least one for each group. Like we got a Dealmon, we got a Leomon, and we got Biezomon. I really wish there would have been one for like Terriermon and Renamon. But then again, those guys have also been in other sets, so they probably already had cards. Which is very possible. Alright, that is what we have. Hope to see you guys in the next video. See you then. Bye.